All right. Hello, everybody. Gare here with Bronx Taco and Wumper, and we're here to show off our game that we're working on. Well, the game that me, Bronx Taco, and Bumper Oyster are working on called Corvian Curse. It's a Spelunky or a Spelunky like. Ooh, left ear only. Well, I'll let. I can't tell if that's what Cloyce is alluding to, but I'll try to fix that in a moment if so. But yeah, so Wumper's going to be trying out Corvian Curse for the first time, and Bronx and I are here to just kind of talk about the game we're working on and answer questions and just kind of show it off. We were actually really surprised to see how many people nominated showing it off here, so excited to see what people think. Wumper seems to be in the tutorial section now, just working through.
Yeah, I think I will start to play.
Good morning, everyone. So interestingly, I did the sound design for this game, and while we're watching this, I can't hear the game. So if you hear anything you like, let me know what you heard, because I can't hear it.
True. Is my mic better for people who were saying it was in one ear?
Oh, chat also can't hear the game.
Oh, let me put on Wumper's stream audio. Oh, let me put on Wumper's stream audio.
Didn't know there are shops already. Cool.
So one thing I realized, Gary,
Yes.
I'm a bit lost as to what is new in this version that we've just released and what isn't. Obviously, I'm aware that the shop is new. The merchant is hot off the press.
Oh, did we just get commercial braked? We just got
rip.
commercial braked. Give it a few seconds and we'll be right back. But yeah, just to talk about what's new, we just released a new update 2 days ago, or I guess yesterday. Time is an illusion.
Time is relative.
But yeah, so the update added new weapon replacements. It added a way to heal, and it added a shop that you can buy items from. Before this update, the only way to see the items we were adding was to get them randomly from chests. So we're excited to finally have a shop so people can see the items more frequently and try them out and actually experiment with them.
And we finally have an incentive for people to actually collect gold, which
Yeah,
didn't really have a purpose before.
Yeah, one of the big pieces of feedback we got pretty often was just that there was no reason to collect currency of any kind because there was no way to spend it. There is a leaderboard for score, but we haven't seen a huge score running community yet.
And Wumper is ignoring the health and opt for the money we were just talking about. If you break that crystal heart, it becomes a lot of money.
Yeah, it gives you money. And how can you turn it into health? Do you have to deliver it? Or
we are not going to be adding ghosting cosine, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We have ghosting. A plan for something that's going to be very different from ghosting, but it hasn't made it in yet. Chimero in shambles.
Bumper is warning me not to give away any spoilers, which is a good idea. I'm bound to let something slip.
This is too expensive. I want this. So, how do you... Oh my god, I have a big weapon. How can you get health?
He doesn't like that. Can everyone hear the game audio?
I have not been able to hear the game audio. I wonder if...
I meant, well, can chat hear it at least?
Oh, here.
Can
Like, is
everyone
it
hear the
just
game audio?
quiet?
The
I
problem
have
is our audio is on Wumper's stream, so if I put it on, we get double audio.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, so
Maybe
we will echo.
maybe whoever's running next, we could maybe they could not be on chat with us or
Yeah,
something like that.
Intol doesn't plan to be on chat, so we will do the next playthrough with their stream audio on, so you can hear the sound effects and music.
The stuff that I did.
We're just doing a quick playthrough with Wumper. We're going to have Wumper, Intol, and Remy all try out the game. This is Wumper's first time. Intol and Remy have played a lot more. So just kind of see a different style of play, somebody experiencing it for the first time. I'm curious what you're thinking, Wumper, since you're kind of going through it for the first time.
Well, I'm trying to gather money. Wait, oh yeah, I have. So I start with this potion that boosts me up and the explosive one, right? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so one thing
yeah.
that's pretty different in this from Spelunky is we have this concept of potions. There's a mobility potion and a destructive potion. So instead of a rope and a bomb. And then there are fountains where you can get different types of upgrades or side grades to your potions to change the way you have mobility in the level or the way that you can destroy the level. But just provides a different kind of mechanic for how to get items as they replace your bombs and mobility.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually started with sort of like a bomb potion and a vine, which was essentially the rope, and then quickly realized that you could launch a vine with a potion instead, and then it kind of snowballed from there. And I think now currently we have 4 different explosive types and 4 different mobility types that
Yeah.
you can get.
We're a
that's
long ways
correct.
off from Corvian Curse being complete, so HD is much further off. But it is funny. I'm happy to be showing this off here because this game actually started as me just playing around implementing Spelunky Classic in Godot, and then I got to a point where I was like, wait, I should just make my own Spelunky game rather than remaking Spelunky. And I'd worked with Bronx and Bumper on some other game jams, and they seemed excited about the project too. And it's just been really cool working with them and seeing what we can all make together with our Spelunky influence and how we can make it different as well.
It's been interesting having that sort of design from the get-go. It's like, oh, we want to make something that's like Spelunky, and you get caught in this trap where it's like, okay, we need to make it not exactly the same, but then of course, you don't want to veer too much off course as well. So it's interesting finding bits that we can go out on our own and then still make it feel like a Spelunky like. I think it's going pretty well so far. I think it's all feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
It's definitely faster than Spelunky, that's for sure. You can tell it was made by Spelunky speedrunners.
Yeah.
That's definitely obvious.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say is that the movement is pretty nice. Feels nice overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So-
one
Oh, go ahead.
small change to the new update. You move slightly slower than you did when we started. Just a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's still pretty quick.
Well, I have no reference, so
Yeah, coming
Yeah.
from the like Spelunky classic roots, that speedy movement is definitely there, but I feel like the movement itself feels a lot better so that you can respond to that speed more easily than in classic.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, having lanterns be whippable and explode, that's definitely something a difference
Yeah, I
from
don't like that.
Spelunky. Yeah. No one likes it. I think mainly
I'm not
because
a
it's
fan of
different,
that,
but I think once you get used to it, it's
probably.
handleable.
Yeah, one of the interesting things with having most of our playtesters be like Spelunky veterans is when something is not easy or like they haven't learned it yet, people can be pretty dismissive immediately as something that is just too hard. Not remembering like going through that learning process in Spelunky. So that's something that's kind of a hard balance for us to figure out, like what is actually too unfair versus what people just need to learn because it's a new game.
Yeah. How can you use the sync shot? Oh, that's like a passive item.
Yeah, that's a passive.
Yeah, that's a passive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, because I noticed I threw very far. Is it like a pitcher smith? Or
It's pretty much exactly like a pitcher's mitt.
okay.
Remember I was saying saying we change some things and we keep some things the same? That one's basically the same.
Cool.
I think I still need to play around with that one. I think if you throw the body like the corpse of a crow, I don't think it flies straight ahead. I think there's still it like has some very slight downward gravity still. Yeah, I need to clean up a few of those throwing mechanics.
Yeah, it goes downwards.
All right. I
Yeah,
think we've been running
slight
for
downwards.
a little bit, so do we want to try to get Intol in here?
Let's
Switch
do it.
over to Intol.
Let's get that game audio on.
Yeah.
Everybody's hanging out for the audio.
Yeah. All right, cool. We're going to
Not
switch
just
over
me.
to Intol's stream, but thank you so much, Wumper, for checking it out. I hope you continue to try it out and give us some more feedback.
Yeah, looking forward for it. Thanks for having me. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks, Wampa.
All right, I'm going to switch over to Intol's stream real quick.
So that's another quick thing I'll mention with this demo version that everyone can play for free. Our plan is to keep releasing updates to it, and the demo itself will be Area 1. So everything you're looking at now is like Area 1, and then we basically want to complete Area 1, have it sort of fully feature-rich, and then the real game will just have all the other areas down the road. That's kind of the plan for the demo version of the Steam release.
All right, can you hear the audio? Whoops. It'll probably be a bit before we have a speedrun page because the game is changing so much right now. I like Intol set up the lanterns at the door. All right, let me turn it down a little bit.
Is it possible for me to also hear the audio? Have I just got your thing muted?
Probably because I'm not streaming. I'm streaming the preview, not the.
Like, can you hear the audio?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh, you can hear it. Yeah, maybe.
You could switch to
Maybe
the
there's a
stream.
volume. I guess I could do that. I'd be a little bit behind, I suppose. Oh no, but then I would hear you as well. That won't work. Ah, that's all right. If anyone hears anything they're interested about, if you describe it to me, I can talk about it.
Yeah, so Intol, I believe, is one of the first people to actually beat the endless kind of mode. So the way we have this set up currently is because we only have the first biome, we have it just run endlessly. So every time you reach a new area, it gets more difficult in that there are more enemies and more trap spawns. And then there's a leaderboard for getting all the way to the end of World 4 currently. And Intol was one of the first ones to actually get on that leaderboard, I believe. There's actually been some really fun challenge runs of this in general. AOK did a low percent pet rock through the full 4 worlds, which is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, with our current scaling, like difficulty scaling, that is absurdly difficult. The number of enemies by the time you get to Biome 4 is very, very tough to manage. Intol's not ignoring the shiny new shops, is he? Oh, he's getting money. Okay, cool.
He doesn't want to immediately... Oh! What happened?
Oh. Did he buy the axe and then swing it at the shopkeeper?
I think so.
Funny. Yeah, that's another interesting thing about having, we're a part of this speedrunning community. And so we'll make a release that has all these shiny new items, and then, most of the Spelunky community just start running low percent and don't pick anything up.
Yeah, we added
It's
all
like,
these
oh, cool, new
fountains.
game. Let's try and run at no percent right off the bat.
Yep, exactly. Just challenge runs immediately.
I mean, I can't blame them, but
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
pretty
I
funny.
like low percent as well, and it's kind of what I end up doing too. So it's on us to make the other aspects of the game compelling enough to try out. And I think with the shop, it
That's
helps
true.
a lot
It's
because
our
you
fault.
can see everything that's there and actually experiment.
Sure.
So this potion is like a very high risk, high reward in that it explodes on contact. So it allows you to move really quickly through the level, but it's also really easy to blow yourself up. I just call it attacking. But I imagine...
I'm pretty sure we do have the word whip in a few places in the code.
I imagine similar to like Dark Souls, where everybody calls like souls, even if it's echoes or whatever. People will call it whips and bombs and ropes in this game.
Yeah, Intel's moving pretty quick. Oh, that's another thing you may notice. Intel's actually on 1.5 right now. So because you move so much faster, we decided to bump up the number of levels per biome to 5. We're not sure if that'll stick, but it's feeling pretty good for now, instead of the normal 4 that you have in Lunky.
Yeah, you can show
So,
secrets, Remy.
yeah.
Yeah, the decision to go 5 levels is an interesting one because we made it when there was a bug in the level gen that made it so the path never went back left. And nobody noticed it.
It's alright.
And so it felt really fast to go through levels because you were mostly always going down the right side.
Yeah, it eliminated like the entire snaking level
Yeah,
and that
so
kind of thing.
Yeah, you never got snaking levels, and it felt like you were always getting straight down levels. And I think that added to the impression that levels were way too fast at the time. So it's something we'll need to think about.
It's funny. I just leading up to this, I was watching the glitch showcase, and I actually had no idea there were so many glitches in Spelunky 2. It made me feel not so bad about having a couple of glitches. It's alright.
Yeah, we have a good legacy to uphold of glitches for people to exploit.
That's right.
We did have some funny glitches, so it's pretty funny. Like the game is so early that we're obviously gonna fix like really egregious glitches. But we've already seen people get like upset about us removing like some of the more absurd glitches. Like there was one where if you held a bird and threw a mobility potion, you could just fly forever because it was colliding on the bird in your hands. People like
Sure,
that
there'll
because
be
it was silly.
many more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, so
dreaded
it's probably
lantern.
hard to tell just by watching, but this axe that Intel's playing around with, it has a really long lead up before you finally do the swing. So it's even worse than the whip in Spelunky. Obviously, Spelunky has a little bit of a delay before you do the forward part of the whip. The axe is even worse. But the benefit is it does 2 damage, not 1. Oh, Spike. And I guess the 2 damage doesn't have heaps of purpose yet, but obviously as bigger enemies come into play, it'll be more useful. much time has Intel got? I wonder if he can. I wonder if he can finish a full 4 biome run.
Let's see. All right, cool. So Remy's stream is up, so we're going to switch over to Remy, just letting a few different players try out the game to get some different experiences. Let me see.
Thanks for playing, Intel.
All right, just going to switch the stream over real quick to Remy's stream.
Now, has Remy played before? Or is he coming
Yeah,
in?
Remy's actually done.
Are they coming in blind?
No, they've done a lot.
Cool.
They've played a fair bit at this point. All right.
I don't think we're going to do that, Sam. This is, inspired by Spelunky Classic. That's not a feature we're going to bring over.
Yeah, there's actually some funny things where I'm like, do we want to add these features from Spelunky? Like, one of the things I added was an option to enable pressing up to go through doors because, I don't know, I just kind of like it. When I play Classic, it feels good. So you can use the interact and pressing up. But I've even wondered if we should add the, like, fall damage cancel if you're going into a door, because I just think that's really cool. But we have not added
It
that
is pretty.
yet.
It is pretty fun. It's it would be an advantage for sure, but it is a pretty fun one.
Yeah,
We
it's
could
like
make
if
some
you-
subrooms specifically designed to abuse it, like just totally straight down, no floor even, you know.
True. Drop all potions when you end adventure would be funny, especially with the mobility potions.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Okay, so I believe Remy's plan here is to show off some of the secrets. So in addition to the
How did he know that was there? Clever,
Yeah,
clever
so
guy.
there's there's these hidden walls that we have where there are like treasure rooms, which are really good to know about if you want to buy out these shops early on. Yeah, and it actually expands the map. There's also a secret level currently, or secret biome. So we definitely want to keep this kind of Spelunky secrets and mystery aspect as well. So this is the dungeon.
Yeah. Once you know how to find that entrance, it's very easy to see, but a lot of people have struggled with it.
Yeah, that level's very hard, but it has a ton of cubbies for loot spawns, so it's pretty nice. And there's going to be some more secrets in there later on.
I think that was about a
That
0.8
same
second
one.
level. Oh man,
That spike is brutal. I am a fan
Remy
of
doesn't
Kaizo,
like
yes.
that subroom.
Speaking of that, like, drop onto spikes, one of the most contentious pieces of feedback we get currently is, why is there no flip hang?
Oh, flip hang.
The
Everybody wants flip
every
hang.
single time we release a new update, it's like, where's the flip hang? And so
It-
far,
it's funny.
we've been resisting.
Almost every single runner except us three seems to love flip hang, and we're the only three who are kind of resistant to it.
It's not always on 1-2, no.
For one thing, like, aside from the mechanic itself, I'm not, like, I don't know, super sold on it. I know for a fact it's going to introduce, like, all sorts of crazy bugs. It's a pretty weird state to be in where you're kind of like, yeah, untouchable for a few frames. I was thinking if we did implement it, it would be really fast, like 1 or 2 frames of animation or something like that. But we'll see. We're still weighing that one up.
Spider said no.
Those flame traps, I think, are the hardest part
They're
in that
so
dungeon.
hard.
That's definitely what gets me. Yeah.
That is a
They're
cannonball.
pretty relentless.
There is something planned for that that's not implemented yet, but there is a funny kind of run that people like to do where you bring the cannonball back to the dungeon in the second world
Oh,
so that you can have 2 balls.
2%
2% like to do. Yeah, by basically me and I think Remy have done that run. I feel no one's really shown off the merchant aggro mechanic. Oh, but here it comes.
Here we go. And then I'm not sure if anyone's used this new weapon yet.
Yeah, so
now
this
I
is
can't
the new
hear
weapon.
it, but yeah.
Yeah, this is the harp. Oh, get wrecked.
And there goes the harp. Yeah, so really, if you're really keen listeners of the game, may notice that when you shoot the harp, that the sounds that it makes don't clash with the music, and that's because the music is actually all written intentionally in the same key. So any musical sound effects I might add, I can keep them on that same key, and everything will kind of just work no matter what level you're on. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how we go. But that was an intentional design, that one.
Yeah, so far this merchant is very hard. I still need to think about that, but I wanted to get it out there, let people experiment with it and see what they feel, or see how it feels. But it's both easier and harder than Spelunky Shopkeepers, in my opinion. Like, it's much more predictable, but it's much more persistent.
He's very relentless. He really doesn't give you a break. But yeah, his projectiles are fairly predictable. You just gotta hope that you can get an opening to get by him. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so Remy's showing off the very funny mechanic of the cannonball with the slingshot. It doesn't work so well. It's kind of funny though.
Oh, that's interesting. So throwing it up, it seems to move way faster, but
Yeah.
throwing it horizontal doesn't.
Yeah, we'll need to look into that.
Yeah, Gary coded 98% of this game. I'll take credit for the 2% jank that you're seeing right now.
Oh, no way. So Bronx joined the team to do music and sound effects and has been helping out so much with code as well. So it's been super awesome. Bumper has been.
I'm actually a
the...
programmer by day. I'm not normally a sound designer, so.
But yeah, and Bumper's done all of the art assets except for maybe 0.1% of weird placeholders that I did. But yeah, it's been a really good team dynamic, I think, just having a sound person, a art person, and a programmer, and then having Bronx be able to help with programming as well is just the cherry on top.
And not that it was intentional or anything, but I think that's exactly the layout of the original Spelunky HD team.
True. Very true. I'm not planning on a hired hand yet, but we'll see.
I think we're definitely going to explore NPCs of some variety, but yeah, an actual hired hand style player. Not sure about that one.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm the biggest hired hand hater, but Bronx is challenge runner of hired hands.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the hired hand. I'll try and get it in there. Don't worry.
But
how else are we going to get to World 23?
Yeah, but we're definitely not adding a cosmic ocean.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
We do have some fun ideas as well for side content, so to say. We're not going to do something like deathmatch, but we do have something really fun planned that I'm excited to show at one point. So we'll probably let Remy go until the next death, and then I think we got to get going to the next segment soon.
Got him. Nice shot. This is an epic battle. What is the next segment, Gary?
We're doing Russian roulette next. I believe. Yes. All right.
Nice.
So, yeah, thanks for checking out the Corvian Curse game with us. I believe it's pinned, the Steam link. You can actually play the demo today. So if you want, you can play the
Download
demo
today.
Yeah, download it today. Give us some feedback. There's a link to the Discord on the Steam page where you can give feedback. And we'd love to just try to make the best kind of fan-based Spelunky-like from our years of enjoying the series. So thanks,
It's
everyone.
been super fun to watch everyone play it.
Yeah, and wish list it because that looks good for us on Steam. All right. I'm going to pop over back to our transition screen while I set up Russian roulette, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks, everyone.